Hi, my name is Shuja Haque. I currently hold the position of Regional General Manager, Tata Steel International, Middle East in Dubai. Tata Steel is operating in the region from last 3 decades under various names. It has started with the Tata Steel India's office, followed by the Chorus office here, which was taken over by Tata Steel. And then since 2009 onwards, the operation is merged here in UAE, and we are working under the Tata Steel International name here. We are primarily offering three verticals of business here. We have one business called mill sales, which is primarily offering the product which we produce in various mill right from India to Europe to UK. And if a customer needs to buy those products, we are the one window here. That department is called as mill sales. The other two department is classified under building envelope. And in building envelope, we have a small facility here in Jebel Ali Free Zone, where we buy our own galvanized coils from our own mills, and then we roll it here to make a branded product called Comfloor, the floor deck. That division is called as decking. We also have another division called cladding, which is primarily supplying the steel cladding products across the region here. And the product generally comes from UK, from our building system units. These are the three operations, and then there are associated services right from our drawing services, drafting services. We have supply chain team, we have finance team to support the business, which also includes our operation team here. And we are operating out of Jebel Ali Free Zone at the moment. So we are we have a very rich product basket, right from the commercial product to the very niche product. In our niche product segment, we offer the solutions and not the product per se, and that is where the value addition comes in. Because if you look from the market point of view, most of our competitor offers a product. So you go with an inquiry to them and the answer is the product is available or not available. Whereas in Tata Steel, we offer you a full project solution. We help you to design the building, the cladding and decking requirements. And this is what is primarily our differentiation is, apart from the mill sales product, which may include the commodity products as well. So as I mentioned, we have started with the two side of businesses. Tata Steel has, right from the first day, operating in the free zone. And at those days, we found that the 100% ownership was only available in the free zone. But as we have already worked here for over 30 plus years, we think that it has become our second home. We feel nowhere as comfortable as we are here. We are completely aware of the standard operating processes which Jebel Ali has laid down, and that has helped to ease our operation. From our mill sales division, we have sold close to about over 1 million tons of material in last 3 to 4 years, which comes to Jebel Ali port. It then goes to our customers to make the various engineering products. And once they make it, they also export close to about 60% back to various parts of the world. So all put together, in last few years alone, Tata Steel would have contributed over 2 to 3 million ton of total contribution to the Jebel Ali port. It is very important to be close to the port because we wanted to save our cost, of course. We are just next to the sea. We can see port from our window. And the advantages which Jebel Ali Free Zone is offering, being a free zone per se, the name says it all. We have some advantages over VAT, like for example in the ex-works cases, free zone companies, as you know, does not pay the VAT collection point become the customer, whereas in the mainland that advantage is not available, and that's a a very great advantage for any company offering the services and products from free zone, because it helps us to maintain our cash flow better. There is the corporate tax coming in, as we all know, and the corporate tax will have some more clarity to come for free zone, but the initial understanding as given by the taxation authority is that for all the classified qualified incomes, we will be exempted. We are waiting for a few more detail, but it seems like that being in free zone will again become beneficial once the corporate tax comes into the country. It's a mixed answer, kind of. We have our local offices here to serve our neighboring countries here, and which may or may not require the sea shipment per se. Generally, free zone helps you considerably more when you actually sea ship rather than the road ship. But it does help. We on and off do a lot of shipping from here, and it does help us. So as I mentioned in my earlier discussion, that the product and services which Tata offer include right from the commercial to the niche products. When we offer the solution, we are working for a project currently as we speak, where we are trying to offer a solution which does not require the secondary steel in building. As you can apprehend, if the secondary steel is not required, then the cost of secondary steel is obviously not there. Then the installation of secondary steel is not there. The weight of the building goes low, and therefore the overall associated cost with the civil construction goes low. And all of that also contribute into the green building. It's all designed here in this office. These are the considerable advantages over just building a normal industrial shed per se. So most of the iconic buildings which you see here, we are part of it, starting from Burj Khalifa, most of the metros, most of the entertainment zones, including IMG Wonderland, Warner Bros, Ferraris. The recent one is the Museum of Future, the Ain Dubai, the Marine Research Center in Quwan. We have done various Diva power plants. We have done various oil and gas facilities. These are the few shining examples. What happened is that we have a lot of internal softwares and solutions. So when a customer comes to us offering or looking for a solution, we stimulate the package into our softwares, where we can design the acoustic requirement of the building, where we can check the fire requirements of the building into an IT platform and into a software, which may or may not be available with the customer, and that helps them quite greatly. We also have a full-fledged drafting team available here, and that actually takes a lot of pain away from our clients. The whole layout of the building, the whole layout of our product into the existing steel structure is actually drafted here locally in this office, which also helps our customer quite a bit. It is global software, but for a small fabricator or even a considerable size of a fabricator, it's quite an investment for them to look into it. It's not only finance, but it's also time consuming for them to get into these detail. And everyone, as you will apprehend, has their own quality of services offering. This is our forte, this is what we do, and therefore we are able to deliver the buildings as required by the consultants in a better way than a small fabricator themselves. And this is where we are adding value to them. We generally are not a very media savvy company, and we want our product to speak for itself. Also, for normal public, you generally don't see the Tata name for these buildings, as you mentioned, is because it's a B2B business. It's a business to business dealing. And in the business segment, if you talk to consultants, if you talk to the to the steel fabricator, we are a well-known name in the industry. Maybe it's not that much available to the local public level, but that is okay from our perspective. As far as offering the better solutions and better quality is concerned, we have the product which qualifies for a very high macron coating. We have pre-painted coils coming in up to 200 micron against the normal coating which is available in the market for like about 30 to 60 micron. These products offer you the class 5 level of corrosion qualities. These products will last far longer. We are not the only companies which can make these kind of product, but we are among the couple of companies which can make this product. So it's not an apple to apple comparison when you compare only one product, for example, a PPGI versus another PPGI product coming in from Tata Steel. It's entirely different product range. Our job here, our technical sales team job here is to convince to consultant to make them aware of such products existence. And as we have already completed close to about 3 decades in the region, our product and our previous accomplishments are already speaking to itself. So currently we operate a small facility here, and expansion is not happening in the region itself, but expansion is happening on our backyard. Tata Steel India currently is at 21 million ton of capacity, and as our MD and CEO Mr. Narendran has just announced a few months back, that Tata Steel is moving towards 40 million ton production capacity in India. These capacity expansions will result into some products coming out to the export market like ourselves here, and this will help us to reach out to the deeper markets. But there is no particular expansion plan as of now for the Middle East. Oh, wish list is long, but the services are world class, and that's a small world, absolutely world class. We are ruined by the services, the good services Jafza offers here. The trade portal service, which is the highlight of the services they offer. It makes the life so easy. Day in and out, we have to deal with the documentation for the material incoming and outgoing. It's a breeze to deal with these documents in free zone. Proximity of the so close ports, the custom authorities, the banks in proximity here, including the driving license, for example. We recently recruited an engineer, and he has to go through a driving license experience, and he's picked up in the office, dropped in the office. These are the additional small services by Jafza, but it does take the pain away from the businesses, and it does help us to still be motivated to continue here. So as you know, people say that you may forget that what has been told to you, but you will never forget that how you have been treated. Jafza is a shining example of it, that as and when, for anything and everything, when we reach out to Jafza administration, we feel welcomed. And that in itself is a distinctive part of Jebel Ali Free Zone Authority in general, right from maybe the lowermost executive you are talking, up to the CEO level. I had meetings, and all of them echo the same level of affection towards us, and that gives you a feeling that you are part of the community, and then you try to give back to the community, and that's what we are trying to do here. Oh, anyone who is looking around for any other free zone, I'm sure there are cheaper options available, but as it happens in the business case, we have L1, L2, L3, and we go for L2 in some cases because the advantages are far more. Jafza is a classic example of it. You have to have a deeper understanding of choosing a place rather than just going by the L1, L2, and just the cost. The feeling of welcome which you get here, the feeling of comfort is just not limited to the feeling itself, but it is also resulting into your business economics, and it results into a long-lasting, profitable venture. So Dubai Trade Portal is the most common one, of course. But I'm trying to answer it in a different way, that we are the one who is trying to add something. We have done the first ever blockchain transaction in steel industry, which is basically avoiding the paper transaction. We, along with one of our customer and the bank here, an international bank, we have done and executed it about an year back, and we are now inviting the Dubai Trade Portal, Jafza authorities, custom authorities, to see if they can be the part of the same, and we give the experience to the customer that they can clear the cargo, an international import, without seeing the physical documents. Yeah, so the blockchain technology is basically, it's an end-to-end thing. So in an international business, how it happened in steel per se is that you have a sales contract, first thing is in place. Then you have the letter of credit coming in from the customer, which is opened on the platform itself. Then the receiver, the beneficiary in this case, for example, Tata Steel, receives this letter of credit through that platform. Once the product is ready and shipped, the ownership document, which in this case is bill of lading, is presented into the platform itself. The ownership is transferred from one owner, which is, say, shipper, to the shipping company, to the consignee. It's all done on the platform, and even the transaction, the negotiating of document and actually getting the money to the beneficiary, all that happen by the clicking of mouse. So generally the process for a company like ours to ship and then receive our money might take close to about 3 to 5 working days. In this process, we could actually receive our money within hours. So basically what happened is that all parties, like it happens in any new technology, that all parties has to come together into that. We have seen that some shipping lines are still not part of it. We have seen that many banks are still not part of it. So it's in the initial stage of transactions, and the same goes for Dubai Customs as well, that they are not part of that particular platform. Maybe they are promoting some other platform, and then I need to be part of that platform to actually experience that service. So these are the initial teething issues which are coming. But as I personally was the part of this initiative, I can vouch for it that this is the future. Anybody who think that the blockchain is not going to come, they are absolutely wrong. This is absolute future for us. We as a company do have the credit insurance. We rather do not do 1 dirham transaction without the credit insurance. However, it is covered through our European unit global coverage. We have some challenges in pockets, and we are actively getting involved with Jafza to see that how the local insurance, etc., can help us better here.